Alright, so hello everybody, we are back with another One Piece video and another Moria video. This time I thought we'd take a look at my top 32 game, which, spoiler alert, I unfortunately lost. But this is just the first game of the best of three that we're going to look at. I initially thought to have a look at the round 10 of Swiss against the Mihawk, but I figure it's better to look at and analyze losses than wins. So, because I absolutely could have won this game, despite getting quite unlucky, I threw at the end of the game and I could have won it. So, we're going to watch this one instead, as much as it hurts. All right, I put it on 1.5 times speed, and let's take it away. So, I was on the second curve. I got to choose since I was first seed after going undefeated on day one. So, Jason just cycles out a ground death and then passes it over to me. And I'm searching turn one. I just choose to grab the hog back. I didn't really have any good targets and nor good targets in trash, so I just chose the hog back for the counter because, yeah, I just want to have the Absalom. I'd rather have the Absalom in trash than in hand. Of course, Jason told me after he went home, after Swiss, he studied the Moria matchup for 4 hours, so he knew the matchup inside and out, spoiler alert. And he chose not to attack me here, so that is the correct call by the Emu player, not to attack, and he is also defending his life for this card here, Kiku, which I said in the guide video. Self-plug, the guide video is out, go and have a look. In the guide video for this matchup, you want to see Black Hogback and Kiku, and then ideally 6-cost Moria as your early to mid-game engine, and just keep recalling it. So he is obviously starving, correct, and defending his life aggressively so that he can ideally get to his Mars turn to pop Kiku without me healing again. So the Emu player does have to get somewhat lucky to defend all the early swings and then also see all their pieces. But with their leader effect, it's, you know, it's going to happen. They always have it. A good Emu player always has it. You know how it is. So I'm thinking he's surely going to take a swing this turn, but he doesn't, I don't believe. So unfortunately, no Black Hogback, so I just had to bring out the Absalom and then swing 6. No Black Hogback, no Perona to stop Saturn or anything like that. So he did aggressively defend his life. He defended all 3 early swings, which means that he's still on 4 life. Goes into the Absalom. I obviously just let it die because there would be another swing coming at it otherwise. So there's no point in defending it when they're starving you. And there's the Mars. Kills the Kiku so I don't get the heal because he aggressively defended life. And then all of a sudden the game's looking grim already. But at this point what you want to do is you just want to like... obviously it's my 8 on turn. I'd love to play 8-cost Moria here, but I don't have it. Unfortunately, do not have 8-cost Moria because my leader cannot cycle 1 every turn for free. So instead, I'm just going to hard play Black Hogback, bring back Kikunojo. He's just checking that it can bring back anything, which it can. It doesn't have to be Thriller Bark, so I'm swinging 7, and he takes it. So Kikunojo is now online, which is very good. And then just slap down a Ryuma just to get something on the board, and hopefully cycle my hand, draw 2 trash 2 if he clears it to find some more top end, because that's really all you care about finding when they're starving you, is just more top end, more top end, more top end to punish them for starving you basically, and just, you know, keep spamming the board, keep healing, keep bringing Kikunojo back out, so if they answer it you keep healing, and eventually it should turn the match in your favor, or they'll just run out of elders. And especially because he's already milled 2 elders, I only have to survive. Well, he's milled 1 and he's trashed 1 for Mars effect, so I only have to survive 2 elders. So if I was able to heal, it would be really excellent here. But unfortunately not. So he started to swing at me, he stopped the starve, and we get our first trigger. Bring back the hog back, of course, so that he gets punished if he wants to clear it. And then he just passes it over to me. So unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I only have 1 Kikunojo in rotation. So importantly, I can't crack the Hogback and bring back another Kikunojo, which would be nice. So I'm searching just to try and find 8 cost or some more plays. Now that he's swinging at me, I think I choose to grab the 2k counter. Yep, choose to grab the 2k counter. And I am, like, obviously trying to play the slower game because he only has 2 elders. Trying to clear the board so he can't pressure me as hard next turn or pressure my board as hard. Cracking it, stop the Saturn. And then swing at the Nasturo again. He lets it go. So we just start swinging at life, 6 at life, then 7 at life. He blocks that with Mars, and then we play the Boa. And that puts us in a really good spot, putting him closer to death and playing out a big board. Turn before his first of 2 potential elders come down. The only way he can play more elders is if he plays 1-cost Shohoshi to cycle them to the bottom of the deck again. But that takes some setup and some cards from hand, so it's not that bad if that does happen. That's only really strong when they've like fully controlled our hand and our board. But as our board is quite large now, it's not that bad. So he's just thinking how he wants to play his 10-cost Elder turn, what he wants to go for. And at this point in time, I am quite worried because, again, spoiler alert, I don't actually have any more top end in my hand. Boa is the only top end that I've drawn this game. So I'm kind of hoping that he will clear my Ryuma so that I can hopefully draw into some top end. I also haven't seen a single 8-cost in trash that I could get back. I also haven't seen a single Sindri searcher that I could get back to search for more top end. So I draw 2, still no top end, unfortunately. Was definitely hoping for a top end off that draw too, and I'm thinking to myself, I surely have to find it or a searcher from, you know, life or draw for turn. Because currently my hand is a lot of counter and not a lot of plays, which is exactly what you don't want to see when you're being starved. You need to see that top end. But I do have a 6-cost Gecko. So right now 6-cost Gecko is looking like it's going to be my only play for next turn, unfortunately. It clears the Perona, so I stop the Nasturo from attacking. And I draw more counter for turn, which is really not what I wanted to see. Pretty unfortunate. But this is his first Elders, and I'm still on 4 life, so it's not looking too bad. It's actually looking all right. But unfortunately, yes, I do have to play the 6-cost Gecko instead of 8-cost or Boa, which we really don't like to see. So I kill the Hogback immediately to buff my board and play down a Perona. Stop his Nasturo from attacking. And then swing a 7k with Kikunojo. And he's still on 2 life, so he's sitting quite comfortably, unfortunately. It's quite impressive how defensive Emu gets to play. And then we play the Hogback. Here, we'd love to grab an 8-cost from our trash, but again, just don't have one. So I'm forced to grab another 6-cost Gecko for just to have a play to play next turn. It's very unfortunate. And I think that was 6 cards in hand, I believe. And it's pretty much just all counter and a 6-cost Gecko, I believe. Yep. Oh, we're getting an ad. Very nice. We'll skip this part in the video. God, I hate Twitch. Can I just point out, ad 1 of 4, by the way. Jesus Christ. Adpocalypse! Oh my god. Alright, we're back from the Adpocalypse. So he just chooses to double block, obviously, keep the resources up in his hand, and then just crack the Nasturo immediately to draw a card since I froze it. Since it can't attack anyway, it's important to, yeah, get rid of that Nasturo. Especially when they're starving you because... Oh my god, my cats are fighting. Hey! Hey! Alright, I'm back. Crisis averted. So, as I was saying, it's really important to freeze that Nasturo or clear the Nasturo where you can, especially when you're being starved, because otherwise when you do this and you turn your big stuff sideways, he can easily make it an 8k and easily clear it by only attaching, you know, 3 Don, and you don't want to give 2 cards, otherwise he'll just keep swinging at it. So he swings at my life, I take it. And he can afford to swing at my life now, unfortunately, because I have a full board. I would still consider triggering out something like a Black Hogback to replace either Perona or... No, not Perona. I would just replace Black Hogback so that he actually is punished for killing it. But even then, that's probably not worth it, because he's just going to kill the Perona anyway and then give up the swing onto the Kikunojo. So I choose to start defending because all I have is counter and he's swinging at my face. I get another 2k from my life. Bit of a smile there just because I know, like, what the hell is going on. Not getting any top end at all. So this is his last elders, his last 10 cost elders. He's used all 4, and his deck is not quite small enough for Shirohoshi to be a valuable play here. So all I have to do is outlast this turn, and I've basically won the game, but that would have required me to ideally heal last turn and then also the following turn for a free win. However, we've had to make do with just the one heal body in the Boa. He's just thinking what he wants to search for. Obviously, we grabbed the 1 cost 4k. And he kills the Black Hogback because there's no punishment for it. And then he just goes face. And gets punished for going face. But he has to because he's out of elders, basically. So it was correct. And I'm just thinking, like, can I even go for game? Probably not. He has 2 blockers, 2 life, and a million counter in hand, so I just have to try and live another turn. Live another turn without another heal body. If I have another heal body, living another turn, easy. Super easy. I'm not worried. I can definitely live another turn, but because, again, I only had the 1, I have to go for a risky live, basically. So he's just thinking about how many swings he can keep up. To go for an effective lethal next turn. And if I remember correctly, he has double Nastura in hand. So I also have to play around double Nastura. And look at that. Trashing 1k, 2k, 2k just to heal another life. That's how bad my hand was. It was literally just all counter for the majority of the game. So he knows that now that my entire hand is counter. So he definitely needs to keep up as many swings as possible. And with that heal, he also knows that I'm probably, like, I'm threatening another 8 cost here, right? I am hovering 8. He thinks I'm going to double heal. So he's playing, I'm forcing him to play around the double heal. But unfortunately, and he does actually give me the block there, playing around the double heal. But then all I have, another 6 cost Gecko, unfortunately. So I play out a Perona over the Kiku just to freeze another swing. So now he has to go for game, not having any elders. And the commentators were mistaken here, actually, in the original VOD. They were saying, oh, he was quite unlucky not to find another elders, thinking that he still had more. But obviously, there are all 4 in trash currently. So he definitely has to go for game. And he does have the double Nastura in hand. So this is where the lack of sleep gets to me. The grueling 10 rounds the day before into not enough sleep, into wake up early to play top 32. I completely misplayed this final turn. I'm already quite tilted after how unlucky I got this game, but I let my mental ruin me and just lost track of the goal, and I tunnel visioned on a certain play. So as you can see here, I'm just going to pause it. As you can see here, I'm looking at his trash, see what he's potentially got, counting the amount of Nasturos, and I only find 2, so I know he's got 2 in his hand because he's gone through the entire deck. I've hovered 2 Don, right? Even though I only run 1 Brickbat. And the reason I've done that is because I can then Brickbat for 3k to counter out of something, and then if I get a trigger out of life, a body trigger, I can bring back Black Hogback, resolve him, get the Brickbat back from life, and use Brickbat again for another 3k counter. That's good in theory. The problem was I end up tunnel visioning on that play, and it ends up costing me the game. So I'm thinking about double Nastura here. Another thing that I messed up was so he swings 8 first, actually. He swings 8 first. So I'm like, I can't give Brickbat and a 2k because my hand is like Brickbat 2k, 2k. So I just have to take it. And I trigger the Black Hogback, right, to get back a 2k, which is fine. And he obviously knows my deck list, so he's swinging 8s to play around Brickbat. He's swinging very annoying numbers. Oh, you can hear my cat in the back and far out. He's being loud. So I get back another 2k. So my hand is now triple 2k and Brickbat with 1 life left. And he's got, you know, Jupiter swing, leader swing, and then potentially double Nasturo, right? And I'm still thinking, I'm still worried, very worried about double Nasturo and sort of tunnel visioning onto this Hogback play. Oh my god, my cat. Give me a second. All right, hopefully less noise from him. So he's looking at my trash, he's thinking about triggers, and the fact is now, I don't have a second Black Hogback in trash, so I should completely abandon the Hogback play. I've missed my window for it. I got a 2k, and that's good enough, right? So he's calculating. He wants to know if he should just go 1 Nasturo or 2. What's better? Because if he wants to play Nasturo, he has to swing 7 here. As soon as he attaches this Don, he can no longer double Nasturo, right? Because it's 3 for 1, and then he has to hard play the other one for 6, right? So I now no longer have to play around double Nasturo. My stupid, tired, exhausted brain is still thinking about double Nasturo for some reason, even though he's tapped out of it. I'm like, 5 and 3, Nasturo. But no, it's 6 and 3, obviously. So he's tapped out. I shouldn't be playing around double Nasturo anymore. I only have to live this and 2 more swings. So what I should do here, right, is give 2k, because I've got 2 Brickbat. Instead, what I foolishly choose to do, in the back of my mind, I'm still thinking, oh, Brickbat. We'll get Brickbat back from trash, from Black Hogback. For some reason. So, and you can literally see my hand clearly, and I give Brickbat and a 2k. Oh my god, idiot! Oh my god, just give the double 2k, you fraud. Because then the best he can do is like 9-9, and you just go Brickbat 2k, even if you get a brick from last life. Yes, so he is calculating now that I have given that. His best bet is just to go 9-9 and hope that I don't have a 1k from life. Or a trigger. Or an 8-cost Gecko that I haven't seen. That will save me as well, because then I can play Sindri Blocker active from the trash. So he goes the 9, and I'm like, I just need one of those things. And of course, he has the Nasturo, and he goes 9, and I got another 6-cost Gecko from my life. So, on one hand, incredibly unlucky game. Pretty much everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. No early Hogback, no Sindri to search more top end, no 8-cost to recur from trash, no top end, brick from last life, not a lot of plays, had to recur 6-cost to keep playing, so incredibly unlucky. But on the other hand, still could have won. Could have won if I just used my brain, given the double 2k, instead of tunnel visioning on the Brickbat play that now doesn't work anymore. So it's just, you make very silly choices when you're this exhausted. So yes, we ended up losing to that. But as you can see, that was pilot error and not Moria error, even when the deck was just completely not seeing what it needed. Like, you know, at least we saw the Kiku and the 6-cost. Arguably, we saw too many 6-costs, but especially, he was always in life. But yes, we just needed to live that turn, and unfortunately, we could have, based on his lethal, but we threw the game. So you just got to, you know, stay focused and keep thinking rationally. The other problem was we didn't have a clock, so we didn't know how fast the game was going. And after some dodgy judging the previous day and a slow play warning that they upheld, I was feeling a little bit pressured to resolve my effects faster than usual. And so after this game, they told us, even though we have, as you can see, 46 minutes on the clock, they told us we only had 30 minutes left. So that was another bit of, I don't know why they told us that, but yeah, because they basically said we weren't allowed to have a clock, which is fair enough. And they told us they'd tell us in between games how long we had left, but then they told us it was off by like 15 minutes. So I was surprised to hear that. So that might have affected the result of game 2 as well, but I doubt it. Anyway, I hope you learned something from this. Even when your deck fails you and you think like everything's going wrong, you can maybe still win. There's always a chance. Don't lose the plot like I did. Don't throw the game. But yeah, I hope this didn't come across like I was complaining, or I was complaining too much. But you know, Jason played phenomenally well. He's a great player. He knew the matchup inside and out, and I've said that to him. He just played it perfectly, better than anyone. Played it all day, and yeah, it was a good game. Sometimes your deck is gonna fail you, but yeah. So yeah, let me know if you want to see more of this sort of analysis gameplay. I'm thinking of doing some sim gameplay next. I might do some Moria gameplay, like maybe one video of Moria, but then I kind of want to move on to what I'm going to be playing for EBO 3 and maybe the next regional in March. I'm currently leaning towards either Purple Yellow Rosinante or Blue Purple Sanji, but I was keen on Blue Purple Sanji, but now that I see that, this is going to sound really condescending, now that I see that people are saying it's actually quite good, quite meta, and a lot of people might be on it, I don't really want to play it anymore. But the problem is, Purple Yellow Rosinante probably also gets cooked by Sanji because of Grav Blade, but we'll see. We'll see. I want to try both of them. I might end up going with neither of them, but I'll try them. So we're going to do a Moria gameplay video next, and then after that, you know, let me know if you want to see Blue Purple Sanji, if you want to see Purple Yellow Rosinante, or if you want to see something different altogether. I'll try my best to answer all comments, and yeah, awesome. All right, take it easy, guys. See you later.